A lot of this that we're going to go into is taken from an EPA Energy Star product called the Energy Star Guidelines for Energy Management. And you'll hear a lot of us refer to these over the course of this. But that document is, it's a great document. It's available for free online, and we'll have links in here. It's a quick Google search too. But it runs about 40 pages. I'll say it's pretty basic. You know, don't be daunted by it being 40 pages. This is the kind of thing you can move through pretty quickly. And it basically lays out a 7-step checklist for creating an energy management plan. And it also lays out some of the common problems and solutions. So, for instance, if you want to institute energy management in your organization, these are some of the things you're going to run into. Excuse me. Low understanding of efficiency opportunities, management and others, no strategy or vision, might be informal or decentralized as it stands. A lot of organizations don't have a dedicated energy manager in place. It's sort of a new concept. You might be up against short corporate payback periods. You want to make an investment in energy efficiency, but those dollars are earmarked for something with a quicker return on investment or other financial measure. There might just not be the right people in place to make a project happen. Or there might be little political support. So we'll talk a little bit about how to overcome those. Next up, overcoming barriers. Again, I'll say it again and probably a couple more times. These are pretty simple ideas, but if there were a study, and there's not one that I know, but if there were a study of failed energy management programs, I think we would find that a lot of these basic points would be missing. So while they might seem elementary, it's good to have them in front of you. It's good to think about them in advance, and it's good to have a checklist that you can refer to. So it's, again, pretty straightforward. Getting management support, getting a system in place so that you can measure and verify, getting a team, setting goals, working out a process, and ideally, in the end, establishing an energy efficiency culture in your organization so that you can, you know, let that go to some extent on autopilot and let the savings happen. Energy management systems on the next slide is adopting this, again, pretty common approach to problem solving: plan, do, check, act, and creating an infrastructure for implementing energy projects so that they can exist, again, in a culture and move forward on their own accord. So there's a number of different systems out there, but they all have some of these common principles and elements. You'll see that diagram on the bottom right there. That's the ISO 50001 framework, and we'll refer to that a lot. Energy Star refers to that a lot in their document. So that is the International Standard for Energy Management. And it's the basis for most third-party certifications if that's something that your organization is going for. Next slide, I mentioned the energy management guidance from Energy Star. There's a link to it there at the bottom. It is, again, it's a basic framework. It outlines the key activities. It's consistent with the ISO 50001 system and other energy management systems that are out there. Next slide. Energy Star Guidelines for Energy Management. Just take a quick look at that diagram on the right. Again, pretty straightforward, but if any of these are missing, it's probably not going to work. It starts with a commitment, assessing performance and setting goals. That's basically a benchmark. You're creating a plan, putting that plan into action, seeing how you're doing, recognizing achievements, and then, of course, always reassessing back to your performance and goal setting.